second map of this series.
Indeed, Vertigo is a map that not everybody enjoys, but one thing is for sure, Nine are one of the most enjoyable teams to watch on this map. 78% victory rate with 18 maps played in the last few months for Nine. This is their best map. It has been for a while. It is one that we all watch with interest every time they appear on it. A noble effort on Ancient, but perhaps the real game begins for Nine on Vertigo. As we said on the first map, as I said at least, they probably were looking to win this one in 3. So let's see what they're able to offer us then. They'll be starting on the T side. Mezzy having a look. P2000 Enjoyer. Not many of those, but here we are. Let's see what he can do with it. He is utterly blind. Mezzy trying to find the head. Not so close, but there is Kylar to trade. Got there eventually. Smokes are up by CT. The numbers are here, but Goofy's coming in from the back. Lands a headshot, but from that distance, the clock's not going to be fatal. More work to be done. Minho will finish off the job. 2 players remain. Crimson Afro versus 4. Not going to be easy. The awkward angles, the elevation of Vertigo won't be in their favor as they try to find a way into this round. Afro, he's gone! Oh no, zip him up. That's a painful one in the pistol round, splattered on the floor like a dropped sandwich of marmalade.
Oh boy, that is not ideal. I don't think they were going to come back into it, but that is not the way you want to start your Vertigo game.
He's -1.
Oh boy. Yeah, we get the replay.
Oh, bro. Parkour gone wrong. I've seen these videos.
I like how the body always just goes limp as well. You're instantly dead. Don't even wait for you to hit the ground. Well, Nine hit the ground running at the start of this one. Don't worry about the bomb getting chucked off the map. It comes back. That is one way to get back to 0 kills from Afro.
Afro, you nasty. Dexter maybe just as nasty with that Desert Eagle at close range. We've got early problems for Nine. We talked him up at the beginning of this one. And this is a good test as well. How you come back from adversity when things go wrong. Do you have the mettle to overcome the odds? Certainly against them on this occasion. fnatic are forced into this one. 4 of the 5 players with Kevlar. And the luxury of the CT angles, minute 10 for this 3 versus 5. Nine can't really afford any more losses in the short term. They've got to take map control and get some frags. That certainly won't help. Hades down to 11 HP. When you're in this situation and a scout is lurking, you just kind of want to go off the side of the building like Afro did. Not really a choice for them at this moment though, as Key is dropped. He gets domed and it gets even worse for them now. Hades is in the red and maybe he'll soon be a goner. Kylar 1 versus 3. The flashes are here and so are fnatic. The round collapses for Nine. fnatic so aggressive on Ancient, they bring it into that second round and get on the scoreboard early.
The whole gang shows up at the end there for fnatic on the A site. Dexter clearing out so much elsewhere on the map. And Nine just didn't know what hit them here. That shot is superb. Dexter making the one move through mid. Afro Scout so clean on those shots. Not easy to do, but the pros make it look easy sometimes. And now Nine down to pistols themselves. So great chance for fnatic early here. Had the desk discussing potential positions for fnatic. Might have to be some adjustments. They have a lot of players that like to play towards ramp. There's currently Dexter and roeJ there together as the rifle combo. Always so important that you have stable players towards ramp. The same on B though. You don't get much reinforcements. It's Mezzy there right now with an MP9, but that smoke should buy him some time.
If the Deagles don't find anything, don't find an entry before they start moving into the bomb site, we're talking 2 Tech 9s and 1 flashbang to try and make a play if Mezzy doesn't get popped at range. Footsteps will be heard, but nothing too surprising there. But how many people do they think they're hearing now. At least 3 times we've heard the footsteps. Trying to isolate the fights maybe is mezii, and there is that Tech9 creeping forward as Crims tries to thin out these numbers. 3 remain, 30 seconds on the clock. Rotation coming in thick and fast, and there's the range headshot from Hades. Goofy showing some presence now as they try to get this bomb planted. It's so important for them. Squeezes an extra frag onto Dexter, and that bomb's not planted just yet, but roeJ's alone. 1 versus 2. This is a disastrous round for fnatic. 9 showing their teeth in this 3rd round, but they haven't done the job just yet. roeJ hasn't seen the bag of money to his right-hand side, and Minio will get that last kill.
Yeah, I thought he would have been visible for roeJ there, but maybe just focused elsewhere, focused on the player he thought he'd mollied out on the site. But they just don't show themselves, and so the player at quad able to close out the round. That was an awkward position for mezii, honestly. I think with that MP9, maybe you want to be playing a little closer, maybe even closer towards Tetris, for example, where the cover's a bit better. But behind that double-stacked box, the boost comes up and catches him off guard. Getting that opening kill helps tremendously into getting 9 onto the site. And now it's fnatic's turn to try and bounce back again. We saw what that scout from Afro could do earlier. They're not going to challenge him early this time.
9 showing the depth they have on Vertigo. They haven't quite built on Ancient just yet. But Vertigo is night and day in comparison. Again, a very excellent team to watch on this map. This will not be anywhere near as easy as Ancient was for fnatic. Scout is out again for Afro. We'll see if 9 have learned their lessons. Key creeping through very quickly indeed, looking to transfer onto a 3rd one. Willing to die for the cause there, but the AK's been rescued and Hades is down to 40. Afro at close range doesn't miss the headshots like that often. Crimson mezii versus 3. mezii's been very, very good in this tournament thus far. More than 130 bomb and an AK-47 in his hands. However, he may be looking to hold on to that. Not going to be swayed by the numbers. That could be very important going forward. Looks like they'll decide that their best opportunities for this round have passed already.
Yeah, it was a good response from 9. They saw that there were quite a few players on ramp. They'd already got a couple of kills, and then they even see mezii and the scout there. So they figure, okay, we can just go ahead and fall back. With the Deeg of Crims alongside mezii. And then they can isolate the 1 player on the other side. So nice and comfortable this time for 9. And they will hope that is set to continue here, because fnatic's investment will be minimal. There is a saved AK still, and a Deeg. But looking improved here for 9. Again, good to see this team rising through the ranks. One of the real feel-good stories of this year so far, having a Polish team continue to contend at these top-tier tournaments. It's been too long since Polish Counter-Strike had a team they could really get behind. And we've even seen people like Taz are really hyped about this team, following them consistently, which must be awesome for these guys. Real legend of the Polish scene. And IEM mezii is on the B-bomb site. Would need a big overperformance, but the AK would be the gun for the job, and mezii might be the man for the job.
Good start, slowed as he tries to fall back to the smoke, looking for another headshot, committing to this one, and mezii will deliver. Only he and Crims have got the Kevlar here. Does he switch weapon over? Goofy and Kia cleaning up at Crims here with the Desert Eagle, and now it's down to Afro. These players are maimed. Wow. What a flurry of kills on this bomb site, and there's more to come as Afro creeps forward. He's found Hades. Key with 58 HP. Afro time to jiggle, but Key will deliver, and confidently. Both teams showing that they are ready for this fight, but it's 9 who are 4-1 now.
Yeah, they read that final player well, but initially awkward. There was a big off angle played by Key at the end there, which I love. Just never going to pre-aim up on top. But the fact that mezii's able to survive for so long was a real shame there for 9. It made them really slow. It allowed the rotate to occur. I think Nine accidentally bought a UMP at the start of this round. And it's not CS2 yet, so you can't refund that. Bit of money down the drain, but first gun round at the ready. Hades lining up that molly. fnatic look like they might contest for this ramp control. Just hanging around. No fights instantly in this one.
Dexter's got trouble coming his way. Hashtag wide swingers. Goofy creates lots of space in more ways than one, and Crim's got a decision to make. Chooses to stand and fight, and off he goes as well. Nine advancing very quickly in its mid position, re-smoking. Starting to close in on Mezzi's position. He is very, very isolated indeed. Can't find the transfer, and will never see these players coming from the stairs. roeJ and Afro don't have much to do at this point in this 2 versus 4. Nine's momentum continues then as they move to a 5th round.
Just brutalizing the B site in this round. So clean up through mid. That is not ideal here. This is not looking good for fnatic. They're not really able to stall out Nine in these rounds. It feels like Nine are always just able to quickly move towards the bomb site. And I thought with the full gun round and with utility, that would change. But Dexter just caught out in mid. Didn't really seem to have a plan B there. He was just so heavily committed. He had to get a kill, but he didn't deliver. Nine keeping it simple, but sometimes that is the best solution.
It was a while ago in March with a different fnatic roster to some degree. The style is similar though. A 16-6 victory for Nine over fnatic. You start to wonder if we'll see a similar scoreline on this Vertigo. roeJ and Dexter together with a combined 1 frag versus 9 at the moment. They're going to have to find a way to get both those players into the action if they are to mount a defense in this first half. This is exactly the kind of start that Nine wanted after a difficult game of Ancient. They were toyed with by fnatic at times, it felt. Now it's time for them to get their revenge. Desert Eagles fought alongside those saved rifles for this round. Risks will be taken as they try to find a way into this one. Just the 1 kill for Afro then. That rifle won't be retrieved anytime soon.
Ooh, I do like the pace of the push that they tried there. The smoke lining so Afro could just run through. So it nearly worked. That's a stunner from Kyler. Incredibly quick. Not ready for roeJ though. Not expecting a second man to be towards B. And there might be a little gap in this smoke. roeJ is getting tempted. If we see this fight go down, well, we don't see it from Kai, we see it from Hades. He finds the angle instead. Now Crim's completely isolated with that deagle. Realizes there are a couple of angles he has to be concerned about. Goofy gives him the chance. Crim's delivers. They're still going into the B-bomb site here. Crim's no nades against him. He's forced back, but he's got his team into a reasonable position here.
Yeah, he knows there's a round to win. So we'll stay alive and re-aggress from potentially different angle. Found himself an AK-47 as well. Things are closer to even. We've got stereo frags coming through for Nine, though, as they move to a 6-1 scoreline. Threat has been eliminated once again. But now fnatic are back in the money. Time to bring out the big guns. Afro will be on the AWP once again. But what can they do different? We are into the 8th round. roeJ and Dexter have 1 frag each. They have been exploited round after round, time and again, by Nine. How can they turn things back into their favor on this opportunity? Because fnatic have got next to no rounds. It's a quick boost for Kyler, but it hasn't gone in his favor as he's down to 19 HP. Lucky he landed at all.
Yeah, that is somewhat rare nowadays, seeing the run boost, just because it is a big risk. If you get spotted early, you can quickly take a ton of damage. And it maybe isn't worth the trade-off of just getting that B stairs control, which isn't too hard to take on the T side. Still always cool to see it executed successfully, though. Here comes Afro with that AWP. Des was asking for him to step up. He's going wide. He's going so wide. How did they not see him sooner? Doesn't matter because he gets spammed back, and roeJ might just take that one frag and try and get away, but he's got to be careful here.
Incendiaries and smokes remain for fnatic, and maybe part of the strategy in terms of what they're giving up. Holding the angles down on the bomb site for now. A lot of time to play with at present. 9 don't have the urgency just yet, but as we go to that sub 40 mark, that urgency always rises. Time's always in the back of your mind. Goofy lurking. If he throws that smoke, does Dexter swing on him? Does he expect more to be here? There's the smoke thrown. Dexter holds his position. Maybe a false sense of security. roeJ will get there before Dexter can. For the trade is here. roeJ will deliver. He'll hold position. Kylo of 8 HP, 20 seconds. Does he try to make it expensive? 9 don't have all the money in the world themselves. They do have some though. 13 seconds. Smoke dissipating. Molly landing. Risking dying after time as he is focused on that angle, but roeJ will be very, very patient. 3 survive for fnatic. They make it to 2 rounds.
Big step up from roeJ. That's what fnatic were waiting for. Those A players were having a pretty rough start to this game. And finally, roeJ and Dexter able to work together way more effectively. And that's even after Afro only went 1 for 1. But roeJ gets a quad kill on the round. Just consistently trading, consistently putting that silenced M4 to use. And 9 actually have a couple of weaknesses in their buy into this one. Tech9 out on Minio. Important round for the economy game here. fnatic would love to break them. And Hades unable to connect their kill. Both AWPers taking tags, but not getting fragged. And Kyle is trying to speed it into B. Key alongside him. They want to go for this one, but Key's so far ahead and he still gets the kill.
Trying to create some space for the squad. In some ways he has. Will he pull rotation all the way to this bomb site? Bomb's not committed just yet. He's looking for more. Dexter trying to fight and find information for the squad. Key behind the smoke. Goofy creeping, as is Afro. Both teams seeking information. Afro's the one to deliver though. But again, the question is, where is that bomb? 2 of the 3 players for fnatic on the B bomb site, and Afro not far behind. In the smoke, Hades trying to find that angle onto Dexter. Can't quite do it. Key's finally dropped. And Arminio is stuck with a Tech9. The bomb has been lost. fnatic starting to build now. Hades scoped in early so as not to concede his position once he goes up the ladder. But I don't know what else there is for him to do in this scenario. $100 in the bank. May just need to find somewhere to hide at this point.
25 seconds to try and find that safe position. Does he expect there to be a player on this side of the map, though? I'm not sure if Afro will go hunting himself because of fnatic's economy. So 3rd round confirmed for fnatic. And for 9, it's definitely worth pointing out that I would say their strength is normally their T side. They do normally do really well on the T side. I'm not saying their CT side is bad, but they're a team that have a lot of creative ideas on this T side. You can see there those initial trades, but this round felt maybe a little disjointed from 9. A couple of players going up into B before the rest of the pack. Gave fnatic a lot of time to get comfortable and sit pretty on that rotate over. And maybe 9 realizing they want to make sure they're all on the same page. Take a timeout ahead of this one.
Quite dangerous at the start for fnatic with Key on that bomb site. Couldn't thread the needle towards the end though. 125 ADR for Key. He is a problem at the moment.
Wonder what we see from Hades in this round. Only AWP, only gun really for 9. Always tricky in these rounds, but you've got to find a way to open things up as that T-side AWPer. Those smokes on ramp always make your life difficult, though.
Is that a sense toggle? That was such a big swing. Hades with the hero AWP. searching for offerings. That smoke will delay time. Very laborious to make your way around a smoke such as that, obviously. And again, fnatic not shy to take advantages if they have a read on them.
Got to remember here for Hades, he has no money in the bank. So as much as it may not be entertaining going this slowly, it is worth considering trying to save that AWP again here for 9 if they can't find that pick.
It needs to be able to be rescued if he is to go down, which makes it even more of an awkward situation for a team with a hero rifle. Just being denied opportunity. They're closer to the bomb site, but they've got to find frags. These pistoleros must die at some point in this round. There goes the AWP, but they've planted the bomb. Now, can they rescue that AWP? Minio's collected it, going for a quick shot. Does he go back to the well there? He will. He'll do what he can. Maybe he runs away with the AWP there. Let's see, Hades leaves with $3,300 after the bomb is defused. So, you know, obviously they went to, I guess they opted for some more damage. But he's going to be short in this round. So maybe he felt like he had no chance of saving New York. By the way, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure Hades was thinking, please, hold on to it for me. But when you got that AWP in that hand, sometimes you just get tempted. You just think,
I've got this, guys.
Yeah.
I've got this.
I can see it. I can see the future. No, you can't see the future. That is impossible. 6-4 it is. fnatic working their way back into this one. And that's a good start for Afro, spotting that aggression and stopping any moves forwards. Hades will take the upgrade into the AK. But not a good start here for 9. They've lost a player early. And these ramp fights are starting to get better and better for fnatic. They've upped their game there. Well, Kyler tries to adjust, but seemed to have no idea that Crims was so far forward in that position.
Why is Crims so good, honestly? Ooh. After all this time. Over the great player for fnatic. 9 leave the scenario with 3 players alive, and fnatic continue to be proactive. We've got no magnifying glasses out. The investigation continues. And they are looking for suspects. Perhaps soon to find them towards a ramp. 9 may not have enough personnel to be looking behind them. Goofy looking for the player on the side, but what about Dexter? Delaying that bomb plant as well. Minio faces Dexter and the bomb falls far away from a chance of a bomb plant. 38 seconds on the clock. Dexter behind the smoke. Afro from the other side. Dream collapsing for 9 in round 11.
Especially with where the bomb tumbles. Looked like Dexter was a magnet there. It comes right to him. Love that. But for 9, trying to go for a slower paced round, and they get found out for it. Information in the back, brutal. Means that there's no way in. And it's 4 rounds in a row now for fnatic, starting to get more and more comfortable. Got to give some props to Afro as well on that AWP. I'd say he's having more impact than Hades right now. He's got 4 opening kills already. He's been finding a few frags over towards ramp, getting them off to good starts. I'll definitely have him to thank if they come away with a good CT haul here. And it's looking good for fnatic right now. Pistols out for 9. Maybe a chance to up the pace. Maybe not with those nades against them, though.
They've got a little more utility than the last time we saw them on a buy such as this. More Tech 9s as well. Lining up nicely for Messi on this occasion. 1 kill so far, but he'll get a second. That's the bomb, which means that players can rotate. Superior utility is mean, it's cruel, and is merciless. They're out there on the savannah being mauled by Apex Predators in that round. 6-6. Fast eco round is a good one. The AKs are out again for 9.
Yeah, neat and tidy for fnatic in that round. Unlike my room. Get back into it. Unlike my cable management, honestly. Oh, gotta get up my game there. Feeling good for fnatic though. Nice step up for them. I'd love to see Nine maybe just go for one of these standard A plays, but the issue is they are having issues on ramp. They keep losing picks. This time Afro has been denied early. Smoke down means he will re-establish himself on the angle.
Wow, that grenade just landed between two players. Far enough from both to do no damage whatsoever. There's some damage though. Key having a tough time of things on the ramp. Early 5-on-4 for fnatic then, and Dexter, oh! Goofy didn't see him either. The timing of that is very, very interesting indeed for both. Dexter may find the bomb, but what about the player above him? Hades will be eliminated. Bomb flying in the air. That may limit what the player up above can do. Big grenade coming Mezzi's way. Molotov will concede his position as well. Flashes are here, but Nine are good for the time being. Off he goes, and Dexter's not far behind. Crims and roeJ remain. They've got money in the bank, but they would surely want to do damage at the very least here, but Crims is always capable of more. Makes it a 2-on-2, buying time for his teammate to rotate as well. Goofy trying to cover as the bomb tries to get planted, but that'll be denied. roeJ is here, and now Goofy's in that 1 versus 2. 30 seconds to find either, but Crims will deliver once again, and fnatic will take the lead.
Yeah, taking the lead. Not something I was expecting in this half, honestly. They were 6-1 down. They've won 6 in a row, got themselves into the advantageous position. Dexter just going for aggressions at the right time here on a couple of moments now in this half. And even though I don't think Mezzi always looks super comfortable on B, he's had a couple of rounds where the positioning's been rough. It hasn't mattered in recent rounds because fnatic are finding so much success elsewhere. Again, winning that first fight on ramp. fnatic with 10 opening kills so far in this half. That's been a big benefit to them. And I'm surprised to see Nine so flat. They're just not finding any answers here. If you missed round 1, that will be confusing to you, but fair play to Afro. He stepped it up, top fragging the server right now. And again, it's pistols for Nine. Maybe a fast play towards A on this occasion.
Very fast indeed, but not fruitful. roeJ in there at the right time. Nine desperately looking for a fast kill. Close, but close is meaningless if you don't deliver. Potential for 9 at half-time here for fnatic. Again, the way the game started, you would have never seen it coming. But it's on the cards. Smokes and flashes from 9. No money for Molotovs. They move into the site, try and close the distance once again. Mezzi will be traded on this occasion, and they can create some space and get a bomb plant. Once that's done, what can they do afterwards? Kylar dancing left and right around the pillar. Goofy creeping forward now. Shadow's been seen. Afro looking for the quick scope. Swamp's been planted. 3-on-3. Suddenly quite the dicey round. That was a hell of a frag from Kylar. But what is left for the squad? 2 with the deagle for Kylar so far. Goofy around the corner now. He's got the info as that reload comes through. Crims will get domed as well. An unlikely round for 9. They tie the score once more.
I think you could see Nine there really focusing on pace rather than using all their utility early. They just put up that 1 gen smoke, and that allows them to get up onto the site enough where once they trade, they can plop down the further utility, the smoke on the other side. And again, Mezzi, only 1 for 1. Maybe not always what you want from your B player, because once you get locked out, it can be hard to find your way back in. That's exactly what we see here for fnatic. All tied up ahead of the last round of this first half.
Oh, the timing, the angles. Dexter to fall, roeJ to trade, hiding behind the smoke. Can he fall back though? He'll fall back with a second frag. Beautiful work for fnatic. Big problems early for 9 then. Variants around these walls and smokes. Oh, Hades. roeJ goes back for more, gets his reload, and he's not done just yet. Crippling 9 in the last round of the first half.
roeJ has really stepped up. He was on 1 kill for a while in this first half. It's been a big reason why fnatic might have the lead here. We'll see if Nine can do anything. Walking into this AWP would be devastating, but I think they might do it. Oh, that was close from Afro.
Just trying to find an angle for a flash. All he finds is corrugated iron. 4-on-2, made 3 for Minio. Evens the numbers up now, turning things around once again. Not done with this one just yet. He's found a third one, Minio. Unbelievable stuff. Where is Kylar then? That's the question for roeJ.
Where's the bomb?
Where is the bomb indeed? Does he go for the bomb? Does he go for the frag? He's going to go and pick up the objective with 30 seconds on the clock. Running all the way. Does he assume that his position has been compromised? 20 seconds to go. So awkward all of a sudden after all that work from Minio. And it may be a free frag towards the end. Indeed, it will be. 8 rounds for fnatic at half time. It's all almost tied up. We'll see what happens in a pistol after the break.
I feel really flexible in the game. I can do whatever I want. People called me a passive AWPer back in the days, but I think it's started to change because I found my pace. So it's really different because now it's international team and I've only played in French teams. So whenever I want to do something, and what's really cool with my teammates is that everyone is like ready to do everything I want, you know, like I don't need to push them.
Großstadtbild komm ich nicht weg, Kopfwag mach kein Pisstest, nein. Ich will nicht auf deiner Party gehen, nein. Engel und Teufel tanzen Schwanensee. Von deinen Lippen tropft der Chardonnay. Ich küss ihn weg, bevor du schlafen gehst. Sitz auf meiner Fensterbank, die Nacht zieht vorbei. Ich blick über den Tellerrand, trinke Sekt auf Eis. Ein Teufel und ein Engel tanzen auf dem Ich sitz auf meiner Fensterbank, die Nacht zieht vorbei. Ich blick über den Tellerrand, trinke Sekt auf Eis. Ein Teufel und ein Engel tanzen auf dem Parkett. Vielleicht sind wir unsterblich, müssen nie wieder weg. Fadet auf den Wohnzimmerdielen. Baby, sag, wieso sind wir hier? Kann sein, dass wir den Boden verlieren. Wir heben ab morgens um 4. Ich sitz auf meiner Fensterbank, die Nacht zieht vorbei. Ich blick über den Tellerrand, trinke Sekt auf Eis. Ein Teufel und ein Engel tanzen auf dem Parkett. Vielleicht sind wir unsterblich, müssen nie wieder weg. Ich sitz auf meiner Fensterbank, die Nacht zieht vorbei. Ich blick über den Tellerrand, trinke Sekt auf Eis. Ein Teufel und ein Engel tanzen auf dem Parkett. Vielleicht sind wir unsterblich, müssen nie wieder weg.
Jumping casually into the site, he's gonna fall down again. What is this one from Simple Warriors? Team Liquid have just unlocked the Intel Grand Slam.
What a half we just had. What a back and forth we just had. What a lead we started with at the beginning of the half, and what a score we have at half-time. 8-7 in favor of fnatic. Very unclear as to which way this will go. We had various indicators as that first half progressed, but now I don't know which team I would necessarily favor. We've got a run boost for Mezzi, but he'll be the first one to fall. Afro not far behind. Nine looking to start this one well.
Hades going for this fight, but whiffing everything. roeJ able to bring it back, and this A site looks pretty susceptible right now. Only the one CT here initially, but the flash arrives on the rotate. Doing what he can, but he falls. That advantage has quickly slipped away from Nine here. A bomb plant looks inevitable.
Bomb getting planted by Dexter. roeJ's got a very forward position. Crimp bit of a grenade, but roeJ will save. roeJ with 2. Goofy 1 versus 3. Swings, faces 2, and it's roeJ again who continues. A 4K in the pistol round from roeJ. After a cold start, that man's been in the microwave. He is piping hot.
Yeah, too hot right now. Can't cool him down. roeJ finished the last half with an ace. Now he starts the second half with a quad kill. Feels like fnatic just always have a player way above the rest of the pack. It was Mezzi previously, but roeJ taking his turn. We've got a rare MP5, the only silence gun you can get on the T side. Afro likes to be sneaky, ruffling through the bins.
Statistically worse than the MP7 by practically every measure, but promising through a smoke, of course. Interesting scenario then. The rifles versus the numbers with 1:30 on the clock. Crims is very low and would lose a lot of util were he to go down. 2 Galils and the AK-47 then. That molly could be very important, especially on the B bomb site. You can see Kylar creeping, and the molly is going to come his way. Smoke is down. He knew what was on the way, very likely. Minos here with the deagle once more. On the bomb site we go then. roeJ delivers the headshot. Doesn't take too much damage. There is one flash available to fnatic, which will be deployed. Bomb plant would be very nice indeed, but they're so afraid of what could be behind these smokes. Are these pistol players creeping? Crim's is going to fall down to a more passive position, allow the high elf players to deliver, but now with roeJ lost, how do they get this bomb planted? 30 seconds will feel like an Eon 4 key, and he will be denied. fnatic are on the board. Crims and Afro find a way to force it through with these rifles. 10-7.
Good work there from fnatic to make sure they hold on. And now maybe a very real chance of looking to steal away Nine's map pick. We heard the desk point out how good Nine normally are on this map, how innovative and frustrating they can be to play against. But fnatic are matching them and even besting them so far, with a spot through the play-in into the Cologne groups on the line for fnatic if they could win this map. Nine just looking to take us to a third right now. And Dooley's will work out for Cade. Did not expect him to win that fight. And now fnatic might need to go for a plan B. They've lost A control. The B site is looking very good for them. Not much resistance here.
Mollies and smokes certainly help establish control at the beginning. Now, what do Nine do? They've got an AK, but no one has Kevlar. This is a very dicey situation for them indeed.
Boost?
Extremely high risk. Could be some high rewards. Who's
going
boosting
up?
whom?
Oh
dear.
no!
The tower falls to Dexter. Through the smoke with a Glock as well. And now you start to wonder. Again, we saw the comeback from fnatic in the first half, but early on, with that win in the last round, and of course this one as well, they have made some significant progress early. They'll be 5 rounds away from a 2-0 and a spot in the groups. Now, Nine didn't throw all their money in the bin, so they're going to be straight onto the buy in this one, and they need to find success early.
Can't afford to have a slow start on these gun rounds. It would put Nine very far behind. And while it's possible to come back like that when you're on your map pick, you don't want to force yourself into that position. I didn't expect Dexter to go aggressive like that on the edge of the smoke. Clearly 9 didn't either, as they got caught off guard by it. But here comes the buy. There is an AWP for Afro. No such luxury for Hades on the CT side. Ramp fights were pretty good for fnatic on their CT side in the first half. On the T side, they want that control as well. There is a peek up top there, but it hasn't been spotted. And it looks like 9 are happy to concede this control.
Don't know how Dexter dodged that damage, but Key's not going to dodge Dexter. More CTs to deal with here, though. They try to hold on to short. That Molotov will limit the plays they can make in the short term. Dexter swinging now onto the site. He goes. Minio forced back, 3 remaining. Make it 2. What else is there to do for 9 in this round? They've lost so many players on this bomb site. I think their hands are tied at this point, and fnatic, that pushes them forward to just 4 rounds away.
A little surprised at how uncomfortable 9 looked there. They clearly seemed like they wanted to just play back from the site, but they didn't move anywhere near quickly enough. They kind of got caught in that no man's land between the two, where you don't have cover, you don't have yourself positioned ready for fights, and fnatic want to be as brutal as possible here. They even want to hunt down these guns. Oh, and that's one way to do it. Oh no.
I wondered if he'd pull the trigger. You can see he's like, do you see his response when he died there? That was crazy. Like he kind of baited them to go down the stairs. Even if you kill the other guy, you're probably going to get traded. But it's a braver man than me who just stands in the corner and does absolutely nothing. But you can see 9, the body language is telling you they know they are in trouble. This is not going the way it's supposed to go. Putting it mildly, they are 0 for 4 at the moment in this half. And that's simply not good enough.
Yeah, you wonder if this is a position where it is a clash of experience maybe between these two teams, because 9, most of their players are around 22, 23 years old, kind of the new generation. Just the in-game leader, Minio, up there at 27 years old, whereas fnatic obviously have Crims, who first joined fnatic in 2014, so long ago. Dexter definitely experienced at this point. Even roeJ, another old player, another cool head at 29 years old. And it definitely looks like 9 feel the pressure, and fnatic feel comfortable right now. Look at this buy from 9. You get an AWP again. Hades loves that AWP in his hands. The rest of the team are having nowhere near as much fun at the party. Hades is a bad host, man. Getting all the goods for himself.
They've got to find a way to get Hades into this round. Or maybe it'll be, oh no, Crims, he shows some elbow and still delivers the kill versus a scoped in AWP. How does he win that duel? That science does not make sense. He is bending the rules here to find that kill. That's devastating for 9. They've got to get a frag there. And AWP is gone for the time being. Pistols remain. And it is a shooting gallery for fnatic. Great flashbang support. They cut the numbers down to 0. 9 are on life support on Vertigo. This is their map. This is the 9 map.
Yeah, so comfortable in that round. Crims again, just doing Crims things. 18 and 8. Super solid game. Screw Mr. Clean. Give me Mr. Fnatic. My man Crims. Love seeing him do so well on the server as that experienced head, Mr. Reliable. And now 9 are desperate for something, desperate for someone to step up. Again, no AWP for Hades after that previous round. They're going to go aggressive down ramp, maybe trying to make up for that. roeJ definitely heard those steps. But I don't think he can do anything about it. Instead, fnatic will look for a pick elsewhere, and they find it. Headshot from the AWP of Afro.
fnatic so sharp at the moment in this series, firing on all cylinders. Kylar laser focused on his left-hand side. He is vulnerable. Down to 35 HP, and they're coming for him. But he has stayed alive long enough for Minio to help him. The rotation is on, and Kylar does one better. Turns the numbers in their favor then. Suddenly, it is big trouble for fnatic. Smokes are up. There's a minute on the clock. Kylar will be hit by the shrapnel now as we go into a 3-on-3. Make it 2-on-2. Minho and Crims with kills, and Crims again seems to be the kryptonite for 9 on Vertigo. Can they make it to 14? Hades pushing forward. He's surely been heard by Afro. Did he see Crims fall off with the bomb? Afro, such a tight angle for him to try and peek out and duel with only 16 HP. But he's entertaining, keeping Hades honest. Now, what is his read? The suggestion is that Crims has fallen off towards the other side of the map. But nothing is for certain.
Ooh.
Hades in that mid position. Crims creeping forward of 20 seconds on the clock. Wants to clear the bomb site, but as he's done that, Hades is going back to the angle. Can he drop silently? He's surely heard the beeps. The urgency is high. Hades gives steps towards the left, moves to his right-hand side now, and delivers a much-needed kill. So hard for 9 to get around in this half. A brief moment of relief for 9 as they make 8 and their first round in the second half.
We heard the analyst's desk mention Hades as a player they wanted to see step up because without him, they weren't sure 9 would have the firepower. He hadn't been having a good map up until this point, but that is an all-important round. Winning the one-on-one against Crims and yeah, making that step down, but it's Crims who's stuck on the site. It's Crims who you can see is in the more difficult position. Hades can move anywhere. Crims can only be in one of 2 spots. One of 2 sides of that bomb site. Well played by Hades. Let's see if that gives 9 something to work with. They've still got a couple of MP9s. They've still got a full buy against them to deal with.
Look at this surge from fnatic up the ramp, and Key is not long for this world either. Be it the rifle, be it the flashbang. Crims is going to cause them problems. Hades trying to do what he can now. Could be a trade fragger around the corner, but he's alive for the time being. fnatic have got a time to slow things down in this 4-on-3. roeJ's maybe done his job. 2 kills for him in this round with the support from Crims, who doesn't want peace, he wants problems always. And that's certainly true here on Vertigo. Goofy, Hades and Kylar remain now trying to hang on to this game, to this series, before they are forced to take the longer road to the group stage. 3 maps versus fnatic, feeling long already. But this is their map of Vertigo. It's supposed to be anyway. fnatic continue to be patient. Dexter, that's the bomb spotted. Hades avoiding the flash and somehow getting that kill onto Mezzi. Bomb at his feet, that certainly helps 9. 30 seconds on the clock. Afro forced to go for the quick scopes now. He's so concerned on both angles. Spots 2 of them, but can't deliver on either. And it is down to Crims then. He's baited an AWP 1 time. On this occasion, Hades will deliver. Much needed frags for Hades. 4 in the round, 9 for 9. Closing in on fnatic.
Again, it's that same story for Hades. Starts slow, but he always seems to work into the game in these second halves. He's been fantastic on both maps. This turn away from the flash, back towards Mezzi. Not easy to do. Up against a full buy. Still loads of money for fnatic. I also love on the scoreboard, it now says 999. Call the ambulance, they need it. They are trying to speed their way back into this map though. Shades on, pure business for fnatic.
The guy needs to clean his pillow, man. That massive blotch on his nose.
Skincare's important.
4 rounds behind are 9. Situation is improving bit by bit, but there's much work to be done. Many a dangerous player on fnatic, and again they are showing that different pace there. That charge onto the ramp was very, very dangerous indeed. And the AKs are out once again. Minute 20 on the clock, and 9 look to get even more aggressive. Those grenades will telegraph a position, but he will fall back, and oh boy. roeJ's been baited into the hands of Hades, trying to punish that player down the ramp. Into the AWP he goes.
Always big when you take out the opponent's entry fragger when he's having a great game. roeJ was opening up so many rounds, And now elsewhere, Mezzi looking to see what he could do. Also gets denied. There is a sneak up here, but Key in a good position to deal with the AWP. Dexter's hoping to slip into enemy lines. They are ready though. Big plans. It's the AWP against him, so he sprays through. It's into a 2v2 here. Crims getting that kill, and now that bomb can go down.
In the blink of an eye, everything has changed for Nine. So much promise, but what now? 28 seconds time, maybe on Nine's side. That bomb is getting planted though. Goofy trying to show presence, trying to run distraction. You can see the urgency from Dexter as he flies off the side of the building. Crims in a clutch then. He's got the info, but doesn't have the frags. Nine will secure the round. That was a dangerous one. That was a nervous one, but they survived the test and they make it to double figures.
It does feel like a lot of Nine's rounds always become so hard. They're never easy. Whereas when fnatic win, it feels so clean. It's almost like Nine have to work super hard just to get the same test result as fnatic. We all know that one kid in class who barely revives, still beats you. Maybe this time the grit of Nine will work out.
I've got to give credit to Key's crosshair placement. Did not need to move his mouse to find that headshot. Beautiful work. fnatic still dangerous in these rounds that are being won by Nine. Hades posted up early towards that B bomb site, avoiding the flashbang, showing his presence. It's getting tense now on Vertigo. Imagine the confidence if Nine were able to claw this back and force a third map. That would be huge for them. But again, they will start with difficulty as Dexter is hyper-focused on this ramp position. 5-on-4 with a minute 20. fnatic will show more presence and they'll know that Hades has gone one way to another. But Dexter's found the third. He is tearing Nine apart on this bomb site. They cannot afford any more losses here, whether they win the round or not. This is a devastating time to lose everything, Nine. Where do they choose to go? Hades drops Dexter. That at this point he's looking for the info. AWP's on one side of the map, bomb will be planted on the other.
Don't even have the nades. Maybe if you have a molly to force this man off the site, you can get a quick kill. 13-10 down, money bad. Saving never feels good, but I just don't see a way back into B. And Dexter, every now and then, he seems to have these rounds, especially on Vertigo, where he just comes through with the goods. Goes for these crazy entries up A ramp. And sometimes if you're crazy, it can pay off. Nine really up against it now. fnatic looking for that 2-0, and that spot straight through the play-in into the groups of Cologne. Heard Mezzi saying earlier, fnatic just such a big organization, such a storied organization, that there is always that pressure on you. Even when you're coming in with a new roster, you feel like you have to perform. fnatic looking good to do that here in the play-in right now.
Wonderful work from Dexter. Such devastating impact for Nine. There'll be a timeout for Nine as they try to figure out what to do with their money. It's going to be a difficult one. Sacrifices will have to be made. It's been a very long journey for Nine on this game of Vertigo. Not out of it yet, though. But every round is a struggle. fnatic have been very, very dangerous. And this has to be a great confidence boost for them as well. Always wonder when you make roster changes, how long it will take to settle, to gel. But things are looking good for fnatic at present. 5 AKs on road for the T-side squad, 2 rounds away from confirming the group stage here in Cologne. So much history on that trophy. Their name's already etched on there. They'd love to etch it once more. Goofy lost early then. There's one flashbang at a minute 30 for Nine to work with. They'll use that smoke to try and make some space for themselves, but so much risk has to be taken. Kylar sprayed through the smoke. The numbers are dwindling, and match point is just around the corner for fnatic. 5-on-2, and there's nothing 9 can do. Oh boy. There's one behind him, and the situation just gets more and more dire for the squad of 9. Pulling out the incendiary, but there's Afro to secure 15 for fnatic. And what is left for 9?
Yeah, Dexter can sometimes play that risky game, and that often leads to him being a low fragger, but it means when those risks pay off, they can win rounds. He often gets info for the team. It's worked out well for him on this map. And it really just feels like for 9, they're getting outclassed individually in a lot of these rounds. fnatic's prowess throughout this team has been too much for them to handle. And 9 have to work with MP9s and pistols to try and keep themselves in this series.
The aggression from fnatic in this series has been fantastic to watch. The individual plays, the multi-frags, they execute onto this B-bomb site. The numbers are here, the AKs are here. MP9s and pistols are what they have to try and fight with 9. The numbers are falling now as fnatic close in on a group stage position. Fantastic way to do it as well. Great style in this series. 4-on-3. Dexter and roeJ are tagged, but they are much better equipped. Kylar's got the 1 kit for the remainder of 9, and Key's got to really pick his timing well. There goes Hades. Key's dropped as well. Kylar, the last man standing, and fnatic will secure their position for the group stage of Cologne.
Really looking good as a team, the cohesion way ahead of what you would expect, and the individuals shining. 30 bombs for Mezzy, this time a 30 bomb for roeJ. Different players delivering, the entire team looking well-rounded.